Welcome to the podcast. This is Mr. Ish, KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club Digital Arts. We're at the Caldera Clubhouse. I'm here with some young ladies, eager to talk. I like that when they're eager to talk. So everybody just say your name, your age, and we'll start this podcast ASAP.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hi. Hey.
Come on, you didn't say your name. You just
Okay.
say hi.
I'm Sarah. I'm Sarah. Back again.
Back
Period.
again, Sarah. Period.
Period.
Hi, I'm Mariani. Back
Mariani.
again. That was the one that lost my voice, and I'm 11 years old.
I'm 11 too.
Okay.
My name is Emily. I'm back again, and I'm also 11.
Okay, so everybody's 11 double digits. That's good.
And I've been here longer than all y'all.
Okay, so she feels some type of way.
Oh,
And
this is
she
my
had to
first
tell
year.
people that. What's going on? Last time we had a podcast, it was a very interesting conversation. We went on for way longer than I thought we were gonna do it, but it was nice. And then you guys came back with a little homework and told me some things that you did some research on, that's what we want to do. We want to open your eyes. We want to make sure that you guys are trying new things, and at the same time that you're not scared. Everybody says, "Oh, I'll Google this, I'll Google that." Well, Google something we're talking about. Or maybe you could learn a little more and you can say, "Oh, Mr. Ish, I checked out what you said and this is what I learned about it." So, it's all about learning. I mean, I learn. I'm learning here. Every time I speak to a teenager, I learn about what you guys think, how you feeling. So with that being said, let's open up the conversation. Let's see what we have to talk about, guys.
Okay. So today we are going to be talking about breast cancer.
Oh, you want to talk about breast cancer?
Or
Yeah,
Okay.
because I
we
mean,
could
like, it is
switch it up.
October.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
could switch it up too, right?
It is I like talking about any topic. I don't want to be afraid of talking about a topic. But breast cancer itself, it's a very touching topic for different families for many reasons. But it is October 1st, right? We October 1st?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're in October 1st, cancer is breast cancer awareness. So you guys are really up to date.
Yeah.
So I see you up on your
Yep.
current events. So since it's October 1st, we got 30 more days to talk about breast cancer and how to avoid it. Talk about maybe certain things. Maybe you guys know somebody that's had cancer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. I mean, so let me know what's in your mind.
Okay, so we looked up on what can we do to reduce the risk of breast cancer. So we're gonna take turns reading it. I'll go first. Limit alcohol. The more alcohol you drink, the greater your risk of developing breast cancer.
Okay, so alcohol is something that triggers, I guess, the cells for breast cancer. So I didn't know about that. So that's good to know.
Don't smoke.
Oh, that's right to the point. That was a couple of words, and that I know affects many things. Not only breast cancer, it affects
Lung
regular
cancer.
lung cancer, all types of cancers.
When we say don't smoke, I mean hookah, tobacco,
Like,
vape, cigarettes, anything. Just don't smoke at all.
Got you.
It
Not
says
even weed.
Period.
it says to control your weight.
Yeah. Well, the weight thing is, I didn't know that was another thing, but that also affects diabetes, obesity, and stuff like that. So I could see those three things, affecting cancer. What else? What else is on your?
It says be physically active.
Okay, so we gotta move around. We gotta do a little more exercise, especially the ladies, so that we could avoid some of these symptoms for breast cancer.
It says to breastfeed.
Well, okay. Breastfeeding. I mean, well, first thing is that you have to have a baby. You just
Yeah.
can't breastfeed for no reason. I mean, you will have to have a baby, and if you were having a baby, they always say the best thing to do is breastfeed.
Yeah.
What else?
Limit dose and duration of hormone therapy.
To limit the amount of hormone therapy.
It says limit dose and duration.
Limit the dose and duration of
Hormone
the hormone therapy. Well, I don't know. I don't know much about that. So that one you got me stuck on. I can't say much about that.
Okay, so avoid exposure to radiation and environmental pollution.
Okay, environmental pollution. So now we're going into pollution in the country. Avoid radiation. Hopefully, we don't work in a power plant or something like that where radiation is around us. So that one might be avoidable. But the pollution, that's in the air, and if we're breathing it, we could probably be just bringing all those dirty cells into our bodies. What else? There's any other preventions?
Oh, while we wait, I'll just talk about social justice like racism,
Okay, well, you
bullying.
jump into a whole other topic. We ain't even touch this breast cancer one yet, because we
good.
ain't say if we know anybody that's had it. We didn't say anything like that. So now that we know all these things that we could stop for breast cancer, especially for ladies. I mean, I even heard that there's a higher risk of African Americans getting breast cancer just because maybe of their diets and stuff like that. So that's, race might even come into that. So that's another crazy thing. So what about has anyone unfortunately had anybody that had to deal with any breast cancer or something like that?
Well,
Go ahead.
No, Emily, go
well,
first.
nobody from my family got breast cancer, not
That's
that I
good.
know. But one of my friends, he was like, this was a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
but he told me that he went to his grandma's house and his grandma like told everyone that she had breast cancer.
Yeah, it's sad, and especially when they get older, because as you age, it's harder for anything to heal. So once if you're above a certain type of age, and you have breast cancer, then the chances of you healing are less and less and less depending on your age. Anybody else?
I don't know anyone who had breast cancer, but can I say someone who I know had cancer in general?
Yeah.
My grandfather from my father's side had lung cancer,
Lung cancer.
and he died.
Did he smoke?
No.
Yeah. You see, people, when you say, oh, lung cancer, the first thing that people assume is that they were a smoker. Not necessarily. You could get lung cancer from a lot of different things. What about you? Anything?
I don't know nobody.
No, nobody?
Or
What?
like, I just know that my aunt, she smokes cigarette, and like, that's just not acceptable. And, like, I've been getting people around my block that if they smoke like weed and anything, like a lot of people from my block smoke cigarettes, and I told them drop it on the floor, and I just turn it off for them. So I basically been helping them a lot. So they stopped.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
hopefully people, will stop smoking, and that will be one of the easier ways to stop, especially lung cancer. But I know two people that have had cancer that are close to me. My mother had she had breast cancer, but they got it very early, and she really didn't have a lot of complications. She didn't lose her hair and anything like that. So right now she's in what they call remission. That's when she's okay, and she doesn't have it in her body. And my wife she just has two cancers. She has lung cancer and thyroid cancer. So that's one of the reasons why you see me so many times working here and stuff like that, is because I really need to be at work to help my family, because she can't work right now. But she's had operation for her lungs. They actually took out one of her lungs, so she only has one lung.
I have a question.
So that was a weird time in my life. What's going on?
What is dairy cancer?
Thyroid cancer.
Oh,
Okay,
that-
thyroid is that if you touch your neck right here, there's like these two little things right here under your neck, under your, and you can feel them. They're like little round things. Those two items right here, they're called thyroids. Those control your body, and they control a lot of things that I didn't know either. But they controlled hormones. So you know how sometimes you could be like real happy, and then you could be real sad quickly. This is controlled by these thyroids. If you have cancer there and they remove it, then there's an imbalance in your body. There's nothing to control your emotions. So you could be talking to me and cry, and then you could be really really upset and want to hurt somebody. So it's kind of like what controls your balance of your body and your emotions and your thoughts. So you could be really really depressed. You can want to hurt yourself. It's a lot of stuff. So you need to take a lot of medicine to balance out what your body doesn't have anymore and where you need to be at. So it's a battle of medicine in order to keep you, and then you take this medicine for the rest of your life. This is not, I'm taking it for 30 days and then that. No, the rest of your life you need to take this medicine.
There's some more facts of myths and facts about breast cancer. So I'll go first, and then we circle it like we did last time. So it says, if detected and treated early enough, breast cancer need not result in death. Early detection can help save lives and breasts. So like you said, she was
If they
detected early.
detect it early, like my mother went to all those appointments that they check your breast for lumps and all that stuff. So when they saw a little lump in hers, they got it situated pretty quickly. Yeah, you guys are bringing me back. What else?
Another one is, this has not been proved by research. Someone who is well endowed has an equal chance of getting breast cancer as one who has smaller breasts.
Okay, so they're saying that it doesn't matter the size of your breast. You can have small breasts, big breasts. You still have the same chance of getting breast cancer if you're trying to avoid all the things that we talked about already. What else?
Here. It says 9 out of 10 breast lumps are not cancer.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a mass. Sometimes it's like fatty buildup and stuff like that. So, but people get scared, as you should. I mean, if you do one of those self examinations and stuff like that, which you guys your doctor and your parents will show you how to do that when you get older. Once you start doing stuff like that, you might get a little lump and get all nervous, but it could just be like a little mass or cyst or something.
All breast lumps are cancerous. I don't know if that's
All lumps are cancerous.
yeah, that's what it says.
Okay.
I don't know what that
I don't know where you're getting your facts from, but you better fact check your facts. I had never heard that one before.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, but you could look up anything. I could tell you that breast lumps are pink, and if it puts it on the internet, that doesn't mean it's actually true.
Yeah.
So you need to. That's another thing. A lot of people try to be what I call a web doctor. When you read it on the web and you're like, oh my God, it's true, it's so true, it's so true. You may have to do a little research. Cancer Society, get some the Red Cross, people that have done a lot of research on cancer and stuff like that. One of the things that I like about this month is that I don't know if you noticed, but in the you guys ever watch football?
Yes.
You ever watching the football?
Yeah, I watch football.
So for this month, the football players usually wear pink. So when they're playing the game, they may have like a pink jersey, or they might have pink shoes, or pink socks, or a pink bracelet, or whatever. And that's just because it's cancer awareness, and they maybe their auntie had it, or maybe their mother had it, or maybe it's something that they just have a wife and want to make sure that it's known, that people are aware of breast cancer and stuff like that. So the NFL is one of the few teams that they make them wear. If they don't make them wear, but if you want to wear something to represent, cancer awareness, you could wear something pink, and they have like hats and all that stuff. I have a nice pink hat, and it has my favorite team on it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You could even wear it to support people.
Yeah. I think that they have a lot of ribbons and different color ribbons for different things, but supporting causes like that is very important.
These are Emily's gonna be reading some symptoms of breast cancer.
What are some of them?
Once again, don't smoke.
That's avoiding breast cancer.
So the title said symptoms of breast cancer. The first one says some people have no symptoms and the breast cancer is found during screening.
Screening, mammograms.
During the screening mammograms, or physical examination by a doctor.
Yep. What else is going on there?
Another one is Number 2 is, however, if you have any symptoms, have them checked by your doctor without delay. Delay. Period. Breast changes don't necessarily mean you have cancer.
Okay. So don't be a web doctor. If you feel some type of way, you feel like you felt something and there's a lump or you just don't feel right, go to your doctor. That's the only way you're gonna check it. Don't go to your mom's friend. Don't let them tell you, oh, don't worry about that. It is your body. You can make choices like that. And make sure you go see the doctor.
And I feel like if you look up something, I feel like it's good to look up something sometimes.
Yeah, it's good to educate yourself.
Yes.
But it's like sometimes you Google too much. You like psych yourself out and like you're so scared and stuff like that.
Have you guys ever watched a commercial on television, like for maybe not you guys, but I've watched commercials when it says, "Do you have dry, itchy throat?" And you be like, "Yeah, I kind of do." "Do you have runny eyes?" And you be like, "Yeah, the other day I was crying for no reason." And all of a sudden you convince yourself that you have something. Because every symptom is there, you have it. Especially, they usually do it for NyQuil. Your coffee, itchy, redness, eye this, and you be like, well, I got 4 out of the 5 things there. I must have a cold. I must have the flu. Let me take some Theraflu or something. When you see enough of those commercials, you convince yourself that you have it.
Yeah.
You convince yourself that you have that, whatever it is that they're selling medicine for.
So this is another symptom. It is present unusual pain that is not related to your normal monthly menstrual cycle, remains after period, and occurs in one breast only.
Okay, I have no idea about this, but
Me neither.
I do have 2 girls and a wife, and I know that menstruation is something that's going to happen. It does happen, and it will happen. So this one I have to plead the fifth on because I don't know too much about this one. All right, you know what? You gave me enough facts. Let's just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
So now, how do you feel about now that you've learned a little more about this? Like, what could we do to educate other people? Like right now, we just educated each other on a lot of things. We did a little research. You guys found some stuff out. I told you a couple of things. So now we educated. But that's only 4 of us. We need to educate some more people. We need to make this 4 into a 12. We need to make this 12 into a 24. We need to, do a little breast awareness wall or something. Get some facts, print them out. Let's really support this breast cancer and cancer awareness just in general. I mean, we already started, so let's just, let's just put a big ribbon downstairs that's pink, and let's write, the causes on one side and the cures on the other side.
Yeah.
Boom.
I have a question.
And we'll educate some more of the members here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club. Go ahead, sweetie. What's your question?
Why is October the year
The month?
the month of?
I don't know. They have different months for different things. Sometimes there's lung cancer is a different month. Lupus is a different month and a different color. They have mental health. It's just a month that they pick. I mean, it's just I guess calendar wise they need to put it somewhere in the calendar. Within reason, I guess. They don't want to overlap it and be like, oh, today's breast cancer, tomorrow is toe cancer, and the next day is this cancer. So they try to give you a whole month for, for celebrations, for they usually do a lot of 5K runs and stuff like that in Central Park. Yeah, so maybe that's something you could look into. I'm pretty sure that the Boys and Girls Club will get you some nice pink shirts if you want to do a little breast cancer walk or something like that. I think that that's something that we could look into.
We should do not maybe this month we not an awareness where we go in the gym and then we just talk about it.
We could do that too. We could tell Miss Francesca, look, we want to educate other people about breast cancer. We want to do a bulletin board. We want to on Fridays we want to wear pink to represent breast cancer awareness or something like that. I'm gonna go with that, and it doesn't have to be just women. You understand? Because us men, it affects us also. I mean, it affects my mother. Like for me, it didn't happen to me, but it affects my mother, and that's part of my family. And you ladies, eventually one of these days might get married, and your husband, will support the causes that you want, or that that important to you guys, to your family.
Um,
So it doesn't only have to be, the girls. It could be boys included also. For the boys, if you want to get the boys involved, I have one. I have an easy one for the boys to get involved. We do a breast cancer basketball tournament, and all the boys will be up there.
Oh.
They have to wear pink and 2 different color pinks, and let them have a basketball game, and we'll sell tickets for $1 or something, and give that to breast cancer awareness.
Oh.
What else? What's going on? I think this topic is definitely wonderful. We went 20 minutes into this. Let's think about something else, because I don't want it to end as a downer. It is a serious topic. It is important for us to be aware of our bodies and help out our families and stuff like that. But this is not only for that. This is also to educate people that it is out there, and that ladies that are young ladies like yourselves that are 11 years old are thinking about it, because that's important also.
Yeah.
I feel like we should talk about happy things. No, happy things.
Okay, let's bring something happy into it.
Music.
Oh,
Music.
we went a
songs,
whole.
One of the songs I really like is "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
I love it.
I really
I
like
just turned
it.
my mic over. I love it.
I really like it because it's just such a great song. And there's a show on Netflix called Glee, and I just really love that song.
It's on Netflix. Glee now? It used to be on Channel 5.
Oh.
Yeah. It used to be on Channel 5.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, Glee. But I know I'm getting a little bit off topic, but Glee is good. But when they bring in like the new people, it got kind of
Weird.
not bad, but like it's not bad, but it was just unusual.
Different.
I liked the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I used to watch it back in the days. I don't know what made me stop watching it, but I really forgot why I stopped watching it. I used to watch it with my wife, and she, it was kind of cute, and our daughters kind of liked it too. So
Can I play the song?
I don't know if you can play it, but I know that I can play it. 'Cause you don't need to tell me. I'm queuing up. When you see me talking, I'm still doing things.
I know.
I'm researching over here. I'm doing things. This is the song that she's talking about. Well, this is a remake. This is not
Glee.
their. Yeah. This is their version of the song.
And Finn.
You want to sing along with it?
She took the midnight train going anywhere.
You can do this now. Okay, I can't go that high.
Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Bum
This is so
bum
cool.
bum 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 bum. This show is sponsored by Glee.
The smell of wine and cheap perfume.
We can't do the whole song, but I don't know about you guys, but I know that. Oh, hold on, this is a good part though. Bring it back up.
Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the sky.
By the way, that's Sarah.
All right,
Sing that all.
me and Sarah could sing the song.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good song.
And my heart's a stereo beats for you, so listen close.
I don't know that
Oh,
song.
wait, it's a trio. It's not live, bro.
You're my stereo. Oh.
You're my stereo? No, bang it on the table so I can hear it. What else? We're talking about music. Come on, everybody.
Oh,
I love music.
Come on.
Hey, train sister, a little
I
missing
like that
on the radio, stereo, the way.
I probably know the song. I just don't know why.
The words.
You don't know the words to it?
Yeah.
I thought you guys did a whole research on some old school songs.
I
when we
did,
went,
but
I
when we talked
didn't.
about the
it's
last
in the
time.
digital arts
Oh,
room.
you don't remember one of them?
I do. I know. Nicki Minaj, Super Bass.
Super bad?
Sasha. Wait, that's a whole nother song.
No, I was like, what's this whole other
Let
song?
me see if I can bring up let me think of a good.
And there's And You Let It Go, but Passenger. And
You
let
wrote
it go.
when
Or you could put one of the Michael Jackson
You
songs.
said when I see you again.
Oh, when I see you again. Oh.
I think you need some a background, some little background music. This is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. You just happen to mention his
Mine's
name.
just Thriller.
Yeah, well, you don't know much about music, so I'm gonna let you go there. That's a good song. Thriller's a good song, but Thriller can't compete with this one. This is one of my favorite songs. This is actually my wedding song. So I might cry. You might see me cry. But the guys here in the podcast are not going to see me cry. No, I won't cry. But it's one of my favorite songs. It's called Lady in My Life. Dope.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady of love.
It's a great song. Michael Jackson, Thriller. I recommend that album. You know that album was produced by one person? You know the guy's name?
No.
No.
That would have
Who's
been
that?
extra credit. The producer is called Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones. One of the most famous, I would say, R&B producers, people of that's involved in music. He is very influential. Look him up. They did a big documentary. It might be even on Netflix or HBO or something. It's called The Q. His name is Quincy Jones. But he did this whole album. Amazing. I mean, he did all the music, all the beats, all that stuff, laid it out, told Michael Jackson, sing high here, sing low here, all that stuff. So he's the one that made it happen.
Sorry. Funny story. My dad, he was laughing, and sometimes when he laughed, he'd be like, hee, 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 hee. And I was like, you sound like Michael Jackson. Hee, hee. He'd be like, hee,
Yeah, he'd
hee.
be like,
That was good. Oh, yeah, it was so funny because he was laughing because he was talking to one of his friends, and then he was laughing. He was like,
and it always reminds you of Michael Jackson.
what?
I say his laugh always reminds you of Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I just be like, I used to like this song a lot. I still like it, but I don't listen to it as much. It's like, hit me with your best shot,
Fire.
away.
That's a great song.
I used to
Those are
really
good songs. A lot of these songs come back when you see them like on television shows or commercials or things like that.
There's actually
I
a
like
song
the
from Malcolm in the Middle, and I don't really remember that song.
I like the song
Just
My
wanna
Girl.
have fun.
Like my girl,
My girl, talk
Talking
about.
about
That's like the
my
Temptation.
girl.
That's a very old
my
song,
girl.
but it's a great song too.
I was just singing it. No, girls just wanna have fun.
That's a great song.
Beat it.
Oh, and
Just beat it.
me and Sarah was singing it downstairs. It's like, lay your head on my
My
shoulders,
shoulders, whisper in my ear.
baby.
Oh, Diana.
Which one?
You're so
Young and I'm so old.
no.
Yes.
It's
You're so young.
You're so old and I'm so young.
Yes, I know.
I'm gonna give you a song. This is all. I just want you to hear this voice and tell me if you could think what his race is. This is a great beat.
Very
It's
catchy.
one of my favorites.
Now, oop.
Just hear his voice.
I already know.
I keep forgetting. Let me looking at the picture.
I already know it, really.
Let me look at my picture. Nah, she cheated. She can't sing. All right, so you heard his voice. What do you think he is?
Black. Jamaican.
No. That's why I told you. You should have just. As soon as I told you pick the race, you should have said, "I can't pick the one that I think it is," because it's not. He is white.
White. I
He
know.
had an amazing voice.
The way I
His
knew
soul. He has a
was
lot of
white.
soul. Look
But
at that.
the way
I want to cut you off. This is a good part. Hey, look at hear this voice. This is awesome voice. He was part of a band called the Doobie Brothers. And then he went solo. His name is
Doobie Brothers.
Doobie Brothers. His name is Michael McDonald. One of my favorite artists.
At my favorite restaurant.
No, that's McDonald's. This is Michael McDonald. Okay, you got me on that one. I'll give you other. She got me.
Sorry, I'm corny.
That's okay. Corny's good. Yeah, he's a great artist. What else you want to talk about?
Oh, you know Hall of Fame?
Wait. Not everybody went. Let me go.
Oh yeah, we did that for the graduation song.
Yeah.
Which one? Which song?
Hall
Hall of Fame.
Fame?
I did this is
Hall
me.
of Fame.
How it
Been
goes?
in the Hall of Fame. Ooh.
I thought you were talking about
And
Fame.
the world's gonna know your name.
Ooh.
I don't. You got me on that.
and
Mine, I did This Is Me by The Greatest Showman, and I also did
I'm not a
This is-
stranger to
and then I did The Best Day of My Life. I mean, that was the best day of my life because I literally just graduated.
You did the
and we
best
also
summer of
did,
your life.
What else we did?
Every part nobody said, I literally said it in my
It
graduation.
was,
photo.
has its ups and downs. Talk about it.
Can tell
Your pretty face.
I feel like I know a song. I just can't
To
remember.
an
the lyrics.
ugly frown.
You said best day of my life. It's the only one I know.
LOL.
LOL.
Best summer of my life.
Hey.
Love her more than a husband love his wife. I ain't got time for no likes.
KIPS, baby. It seems like every time Sarah gets in a podcast, we always play this song. It goes around to this song. I don't know.
I know this is the song for the summertime
the-
for Kids Bay.
And you know what? We only used it for the last week. We should have done this in the beginning of the summer. Then y'all would have been tired of it. How many hits we got here? Talk to me. I can't see it.
403 views.
Okay, 403 views as of today. Okay, so people are watching it. From the floor up. Hey, hey.
Sarah, why is yours short?
I don't know. She wanted it short.
Bronx did it. Camel backslides. I can handle that. Rise. I'm the man at that. Ooh, hand it back. Period.
The best campers out the
This is my favorite part.
dancing around.
That.
I'm not just a gift, I
I
got
got
Santa's
Santa's
hat.
That's Chloe.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good video. I shoot a good video. I'll give myself a clap on the back for that one. I shoot a good video. Yeah. And, you know, especially just shooting it around here, it was good. Okay, so
No, my favorite song is Hey. I look like a fish out in the runway. Hey. Yeah, it's a song I
What?
I look
And
like
you
a
lost
fresh
me
as a woman.
completely. You got me on the
Go
wrong.
crazy. The wrong way.
Sunday.
You lost me.
Oh, you know, can I play this song?
I don't know if you can play it. What song? It's not. You're not gonna be able to play it from your phone.
Put it on the microphone.
Rub it on the mic.
All right, you could try. Go ahead.
That's an ass.
I know you don't play the ad. You see, you're not professional like I am. I don't play no ads.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm not listening to that song.
Oh my god.
Am I gonna cry?
Stop.
Am I gonna cry?
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Oh, we're going acapella.
Come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Oh.
That's not the part. All right. I know where you're going. Sarah. I gotta shut you down. That was good. We like what's the name of that group? Destiny's Child plus me. That's what it kind of looks
Oh,
like.
I love Destiny Child.
Oh my God.
No,
Sister, you have to know when it's time to stop. And it's time to stop. We're 35 minutes into it. Let's not mess up our podcast by
make it
trying to
longer. Let's make it
throw another topic in there that makes no sense. We talked about music. We talked about breast cancer. We talked about awareness. We talked about warning signs. Come on, this is a beauty. We got a couple of jokes in there. We're looking good. I would like to thank you girls once again for making a great podcast, for doing the search, or doing the research, for coming here prepared. I have to give it up to you guys. You're making my job easier. And by making my job easier, that means, it gets a little more fun. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll continue this. This is going to be like a part B soon. So we're going to continue this. All right, guys? Have a good day.
Bye.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check.
Period.
Oh, we're gonna say, hey.
Okay.
And we're out of here.